all right?
Tired. Busy day. But so as promised, let's continue this conversation from earlier. So, like I said, I picked David up from the daycare, and the teacher told me that he got into like a scuffle with one of the other kids. Apparently, he hit one of the other kids hit him, and then he hit that kid back. So I know we kind of have like a difference of opinion on this. So I mean, let's just hash it out. I, for one, think that as a young black male, it's not going to take very much for him to be labeled as a bad kid or, him to get a reputation. So, like, I don't want him to be like beat up on or anything like that. But at the same time, I don't want him beating up on other kids, even if they did, hit him first.
You make a good point, but let's look at the facts. The facts are he didn't fight, he was defending himself. From what story you just said, the kid hit him first. I think that's an obvious choice is to hit him back. No, I don't think our son is going to be a bully by no means. But I most definitely don't want him to be ran over. I don't want that at all. I'm not going to have that. He's going to have that whole getting run over when he gets married. It don't need to start that young. Okay?
Whatever. Let's just keep it on topic, okay? The point is that, I really just don't want him to get like this reputation. And then because you can't shake those stupid things, like he'll be labeled as a bad kid until he goes off to college. And I don't want that. He's a good boy. I feel like he should just, tell the teacher, get the other kid in trouble instead of, getting himself in trouble.
I hear you, but I just do not agree. I'm not gonna let my son get beat up on with a teacher who is young herself gonna be able to handle that child. I get it. We both don't want our kid to be a bully, and that's not gonna happen. He did not start this fight. He ended it.
I mean, it's a fight. Even if you didn't start it and you're involved in it, it's still a fight. And just because you didn't start the fight doesn't mean that by definition it's not still a fight.
So it bothers you that he defended himself?
If you will listen to what I'm saying, I'm not saying that it bothers me that he defended himself. It bothers me that he could get a reputation for being a violent child or a bad apple. I mean, and that is just not something that is far-fetched for a young black boy. That's what I don't want. I don't want the teachers to see him as like, oh, we got to deal with this little, badass kid again. No, I want David to be, I want our son to be, just a good boy.
Which he is. The boy is very, very respectful. And I think that's the best way to be respectful. But at the same time, do not cross that line. I think that's very important. And you need to establish that very, very young, because if you don't, you won't get that little complex of this is how it's supposed to be, let me go and get help. And if it doesn't happen, if the help doesn't help, then what?
I don't want him to be bullied either. I just worry that the world sees little boys, little black boys as the bad guy, the troublemaker, and I don't want him to be in that category whatsoever. I that's just not what I want. I definitely acknowledge that I don't want him to be like a pushover or anything of the sort, but there has to be some kind of medium where, he can establish that, I'm not going to be, bullied, but at the same time that no other child has to be like afraid of him.
Unfortunately, that sounds great in a perfect world, but this is not a perfect world. The window for black males is small. Either you get bullied, or on the other end of the spectrum, you don't take shit from nobody. And the distance is this. I really feel as a black man, this is all the space you have right here. And unfortunately, if you defend yourself, for some reason you're the bad guy. Now, if you run around beating up little kids, so on and so forth, you will have a great point. But that is not our child. Our child is brought up very well in a loving household, but we both were brought up, don't cross that line.
It is not the same time.
True.
It's not the same. It's not 1990s or anything of the sort. It's 2021 where you don't even have to do anything to get killed.
True.
So, as much as I don't want my son to be, pushed over, I still want him on this earth.